Hi guys, in today's video, I want to talk to specifically new bird owners or bird owners that have absolutely no idea what target training is. So in this video, yes, I will tell you what target training is, but I also will tell you why you should start with your bird right now. And I will show you the first steps, how to start. What are the basics? I'm even going to show you with my actual birds. Yes, my birds are target trained already, although not really my budgies. I've been struggling with that because they're so bonded both together, but I will show you in real time with a bird or birds that are not really trained for target training, how to work around that. So target training, what is that? Well, basically, it's the action of touching a target. Really, that's what we're asking to our birds. So what I use is a chopstick. You don't want to use a used chopstick. You want to use a brand new one. But I use a chopstick. And the idea is to get the bird to touch the end of that stick, and then they get a reward. Now, when they touch the end of that stick, you can either use a word like good, good job, bravo, wow, something, but you will always use the same word so that they know that they have done the behavior you asked for and that a reward is coming. Now, I use words, but I also use a clicker. So that's a clicker. There's all kinds of different clickers. And if you've watched some other of my videos, especially when I'm training my birds, you probably hear that clicker. So what I do, the clicker, really what it helps is to capture the exact moment that your bird did the behavior that was asked to do. So basically, you would ask them to touch the target. When they touch the target, you click, you remove the target, and then you give the treat. Now, let's talk about why you should start doing target training with your birds. So the first thing that comes to mind, the first reason why I'm actually doing this with my birds, it's because it is establishing a clear way of communication. So I don't speak my bird's language. They don't speak my language. So we need to find a way that we can actually understand each other. Yes, people will say, well, parrots, they can talk. They can't really talk, actually. They're just going to mimic things that we say, but they're not actually talking or understanding what we say anyways. But that target training really establishes a clear way of communicating with your bird, what you want, so that they can understand what you want. Another thing that target training will do is that it can calm your bird. Actually, it will calm your bird. So I use target training. For example, when especially Olive has had some moment where she was kind of aggressive and nippy and very heightened due to hormones. So what I've been doing, because she's already trained with the target, I've been targeting her, if you will, in the cage before letting her out. Because if I was letting her out right away, she would just literally attack me and bite me. So what I did is when I could see her body language changing, she was very heightened, very too excited almost. So I would take the stick, I would do a few target in her cage, and it would calm her down. And there's a few reasons, but the main reason why it's calming her down is that when we train our bird to touch the stick, we train our bird to touch the stick gently, not to bite the stick or try to destroy the stick. So they're pairing that stick with a calm, behavior, a calm emotion. So it's calming them down. You can also use this as a warm-up to tell your bird that we are about to do a training session. It's easy. Once they know what target training is, you do a few target, they get treats. So it's like a warm-up. It's like if you're going to the gym to work out, you're doing your treadmill or whatever it is. It's just putting your body into training mode, going from being all sleepy to okay, now I'm awake. Let's do this. Let's work out. So it's the same thing with your bird. They're not in that training mindset, but all of a sudden just doing a few target, and then it's like a warm up. It's waking them up to okay, we're gonna be training now. Target training is also amazing. It's actually magic when it comes to birds that are aggressive or very scared. It's an amazing hands-off training tool. And the best example for this is my Indian ringneck Lucy. When I first got her, she was, I'm going to use the breeder words, he said, she is not to be handled. He even told me, you should buy a net because if she escapes her cage, you're going to be able to actually put her back in without using a towel. Yeah, no. So day one, I started doing target training with her in her cage. And this is actually how I've been able to do a deep clean a week after I did a week in. She was a week in the house, and I did a deep clean of her cage. I target her outside of her cage, did the cleaning. She didn't want to go back in. I had to let her settle a little bit, whatever. There was a whole thing about diet, but that's a whole different story. And then I target her back into her cage. That was a week in. So it's amazing what you can do with target training with a bird that is aggressive and that cannot be handled. Now, does it ever happen to you that your bird was really scared of something, like something ridiculous, like a perch, a new perch, or something in the house, that specific color that they're just scared of that color, something ridiculous? I'm sure it did happen. There's a lot of birds that all of a sudden it's like they see something, they're scared of it, bought something new, put it in the house, they're scared of that thing. You can use the target training to desensitize them from that scary object. Because once you train them with target, you're not asking them to go close to that object. You're asking them to touch the target. And that, that is not scary. That they know they will get a reward for this. So, and then in time, they will realize that that object is actually not scary at all. In regards to this, I have a really cool series right now. It's a challenge between Lucy and Olive, which one will get on a skateboard, on a very scary mini skateboard first. So you want to watch this, and I'm using target training for that. And finally, target training is going to open the door for you and your bird to learn new tricks, or more so, open the door for you to teach your bird to do new tricks. The best example is, and it's a very good transition to go from target to other tricks, is to teach them how to spin. It's super cute. It's quite easy. Once they know what the target training is, it's actually really easy. Lucy, I think I've been able to teach her in like 3 training session of like, I don't know, 5 minutes each. So in 3 days, she knew how to spin. And then I just had to clean it up. So it's a great way to slowly transition into a little bit more challenging and fun tricks to learn. And you know what? Target training is actually not time consuming. So I'm the best example for this. I have a full-time job. I am not with and I do this YouTube channel. I am not with my birds 24/7, and I'm not interacting with them 24/7. But target training is actually super quick. You can do a quick little session, 5 minutes of target training, and have them fly from one space to another one, or do all kinds of things, or even in their cages. If you have like a little 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes, like a 30 seconds of have them move around in their cages from one perch to another one, go outside, go back in. It's not time consuming. So for busy people out there that think, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have the time to train or to teach my bird to do all kinds of things, target training is not time consuming at all. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the target training from the beginning. So we're going to go over all the basics. I am now in my bird room. So let's talk about the basics of the target training. So the first thing you want to do is to show the target to your bird. So most birds are curious. Parrots are really curious. So if they see something, they will try to go look at it. And they explore a lot with their beaks. So it's like a natural behavior to go touch it, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go grab the target. I'm going to try to show you with my budgies, because I don't think that I don't really do a lot of target training with them. I do a little bit more of recall, if that makes sense. So I want to try with my budgies in their cage. Okay. It is a good way, especially if you have a bird that can't really be handled. You want to try in the cage. It's a good way to move them around as well. So let's try that. Hopefully you can see correctly. So see, I have the fluff that's right there. So at first, I don't want to have her to move around. I'm just going to literally put the stick right in front of her. Good job. So she got scared a little bit of the clicker. So I'm going to try again to see. I'm going to try again to see if she's going to be spooked again by the clicker. If she is, I'm just going to use good job. That's it. But did you see how she was scared a little bit and then she touched it? As soon as she touched it, as soon as she touched it, I clicked the clicker. Well, let's try with Baby Blue now. She really got it. She said to Baby Blue, that's mine. You get the hell out. Okay. Now let's try to get her a little bit further. See, she already got it. Let's try with Baby Blue. Wow. Did you see this? Okay. Let's try to come over here. Come here. Can you see this here? Okay. Come. So see how easy it is? Okay, Baby Blue, come here. It's a little bit hard because I have both of them right now, right? So it's a little bit difficult. Come here. Come here. Good job. Yeah. But basically, that's what you want to do. Now, if you're having a hard time, your bird is not actually touching it. It's kind of, because some birds will be a little bit more scared of it. As soon as they look at it, you either say that bridging word like good job, good, whatever, and then you reward. And then when they get closer and closer and closer, or the clicker, as they get closer, then you reward, and then once they touch the stick, this is your new goal. So you don't reward for just looking at it or paying attention to it or moving closer. You will just reward when the bird touches it, because that's the goal. But sometimes, right from the get-go, touching the target, it's not going to happen. So then you want to reward the bird that would actually pay attention to the target or get closer to it until the bird actually touches the target. Once they touch it, then you can move around and see if they actually understand what you want them to do. But see, I don't really do target with my budgies. So that was actually pretty fast. Now let me show you with Olive. Okay, so I just got Olive out of her cage. She's a little bit stressed. She's been seeing me doing some target with the budgies, and I don't know if you can see her, but she's a little bit stressed in her body language. So I'm going to teach her how to go really, really soft. By moving towards. Good job. So I don't know if you saw this, but the idea is you come on top and really slow to the point that she has to reach for it and she touches it. So I'm gonna wait until she's done eating. That way they can't bite the stick, because at the beginning they might try to bite it. So if you come too close at the beginning, they might try to bite it, and then you're going to put an aggressive behavior or aggressive emotion paired with the target, and you don't want to do that. So let's try that again. Good job, baby. And then when you see, Olive knows the target, so it's not new for her. But when you see that they're calm and everything, so now you can have them to move around a little bit. That was a little bit, tiny little bit aggressive. So maybe I went too close to her. Good. Easy as that. And that could be it. That could be the training session. That was like 2 minutes. Now let me show you with my Indian ringnet. Now let's do that with Lucy here. Good job. So I'm going to show you how you can actually have them to move around the way that you want them to move around. So like this. So if I wanted her to go on the other side or to look towards another side, and this is the beginning of the spin actually. Good job, baby. And because they really know target training, they've been trained. She's been trained from day one that I got her, and I had her for almost a year now. They're really, really eager to train. They're excited to train. Now, one thing you want to make sure is that you're ready also. So when you, she's following me. So here, let me show you a little spin. Good job. You wouldn't start the spin right away like that. And I think I'm going to eventually make a video about spinning, but basically they just follow the target at the beginning. So you want to make sure that when you start your training with your bird that you're ready. So for example, because at the beginning you might be, target, the stick, the clicker, the treat, like I have only 2 hands, right? So I'm going to give you a okay. I'm going to spin. Okay, good job. She's in training mode right now, and I'm in her bubble. So, okay, let's try something while I talk. How about you come here? Come. Good job. So just while I talk, so I don't lose my train of thought here, but I think I already lost it actually. It's distracting when you do your videos with the birds. So you want to be ready before you start your training session. So here I'm going to show you how I managed to hold the stick, the clicker, the treat, all of this. Because the last thing you want to do is give the treat and have the target in your hand at the same time. So let me show you how I manage all of this. So what you want to do, if you don't have a clicker, you don't have a clicker, you just use your words. That's perfect, that it works. But I hold my clicker like this and the chopstick on the other side. So that way I'm already ready to click. So I don't know if you can see this, but the clicker is here, right? Okay, come on, come. Good job. So what I do, and you can already have the treat ready if you want. So you can have a treat in one hand because sometimes they'll just be a little bit, sometimes if they're not hungry or you lose their interest or they don't want really to cooperate with you, you can flash the treat. Hey, you're working for this. And then you hide the treat. You come here, click, and reward. Always move the target away because when I move the target, look at her, right? Good job. People think a lot that the parrots are understanding what we say. They don't understand what we say. They understand how we move. Did you see how she follows every movement I make? It's because she's in training mode. She's waiting for the cue right now. She wants the cue, right? I don't have to tell her to spin. I don't have to look at her. That's my cue. I just did the cue, right? So if I move the stick around like this, she's going to try to touch the stick because we're in training mode. So you want to make sure you present the stick, you click, you hide the stick, you give the treat. So whatever hand you're going to do, you don't want to give the treat and have the stick showing at the same time. I'm going to do this one more time. You present the stick. Oh, that was a little bit aggressive, but I should have not clicked for this. I didn't really pay attention, but so in that case, let's say they actually bite the stick, you don't click for this because that's not the behavior you want. You're still going to reward because they still touch the stick, but you would not click. You want to click when it's gentle, just like that. So that way, you're not putting aggression on cue, if that makes sense. You're putting gentle on cue. So if your bird is in a heightened state or hormonal state or whatever the case may be, and it's too much, that way you're actually going to be able to calm them with the target. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping that I didn't miss anything in the basics of that. If something isn't clear, please let me know in the comments. I would love to clarify some stuff for you guys. If you're trying and you, for some reason, had some issues, again, just ask the question, oh, she just pooped on my floor. That's fine. Better clean that before it dries. No, but seriously, if you're trying and you have some questions and some concerns, just put that in the comments on that video and I will be really happy to help you. And I don't know, maybe make a second video if there's too many questions, but hopefully that was clear enough and hopefully you will enjoy target training your bird. Bye guys.